for that warm welcome. But we're here for someone else. So, again, my name is manager here for Barnes & Noble at the Grove. That our guest this evening is an established actor. From Deadwood to Supernatural, among others, he has entertained us all, and we were absolutely thrilled to host his book signing tonight. So here to present his memoir, Life's That Way, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jim Beaver.
Supernatural fans here? How you doing, you idiots? Just have to figure out. Thanks for coming out. All the way from Guatemala, huh? One other place. Thank you very much for coming out, and we'll see you next time. I'm presuming that wow, a lot of familiar faces. I'm dumbstruck.
You call, we come.
Whatever does. I presume most of you know what this book is and what it's about. For the few of you who don't, I'll try and fill you in quickly. In the summer of 2003, I was in a pretty good place. Had a new TV series called Deadwood that my friend Peter Jason and I were working on, and we thought, it might be something that comes of that. And career was going pretty good. Had a beautiful 2-year-old, I guess, baby daughter. My wife Cecily was doing fan conventions for her Star Trek Deep Space Nine character, and she was and casting movies and TV shows like that 70s show. And life was pretty good. We were getting ready to move into our dream house, and then a little bit of the roof fell in when my 2-year-old daughter Maddie was diagnosed as autistic, and we were pretty dumbstruck, to keep using that word. You don't have a kid without expecting they're going to be president or at least Secretary of Health and Human Services. And it got a little. It was a little distressing to find out that maybe we were going to have problems in that area. And then a few weeks later, we got the big roof collapse when Cecily, who was a non-smoking health nut, was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And after we got that big diagnosis, while all of our emotions were going insane and trying to figure out what to do next, I spent 14 hours on the phone with family and friends telling them what was going on and what we expected would happen next, and what they could do to help us if they wanted. And I very quickly realized that between trips back and forth to the hospital and to Maddie's therapy and to occasional shooting days out at Melody Ranch on Deadwood, and all of the things that we had to tend to, I couldn't spend 14 hours a day on the phone telling people what they wanted to know. So I set out to write a nightly email to everybody, family and friends, and just bring them up to date for each day's activities and what we expected out of the next day and what they could do to help us. And so I wrote something every night, and after a few weeks, not every night there wasn't a piece of news every night. Sometimes it was just another day, and there hadn't been any doctor's appointments, or there hadn't been any test results, or we just sat around, worrying. And so on those days, I sometimes just wrote about what we were feeling and thinking, and what the experience was like. And it quickly turned into that as well, a journal of the experience. And after about a month, I started getting emails from people I didn't know. And some of these people were like really far away. I remember getting a message from someone saying that they were holding a prayer circle for Cecily in Zambia. And I was getting messages of support from Australia and India and every state in the Union. And said, okay, something's strange going on here because I'm not sending anything out to those people. And but of course, what was happening was that the people I was sending it out to were forwarding them, and those people were forwarding them. And I estimated after a month or two that something like 4,000 people around the world were reading this thing every night. And I think the weirdest example was I stumbled across, just kind of mindlessly Googling one night, and I stumbled across a whole chat room dedicated to my nightly emails on a South African diamond exporter's industrial website. And I thought, okay, these people must have something better to do than follow our story, but apparently they didn't. So anyway, I kept this journal, this email thing up for a year to the day after I began it, and chronicled both the day-to-day experiences of dealing with Cecily's illness and dealing with the aftermath of her passing, and also with what was going on with my child and what was going on with me. And anyway, I thought I would read a few examples of what turned into this book. The book really is just a condensation of the emails. There's nothing really new added, nothing, no hindsight applied, no. What's between the covers of the book is a shortened version of what people got every night or every morning when they open their email. And during the course of that year, I got a fair amount of encouragement from some people to turn it into a book, and I thought that's kind of weird. Well, what was really weird was that I felt like I couldn't really do that because this was way too personal, too private.